Hello, and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm going to be watching an interview from Steve Bannon on Real American Voice to Matt Depreno, the lawyer from Michigan. But first, I need you to hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Now let's go ahead and check out that video.
Matt, what do you got for us?
So after the election closes, we've discovered that built into the system is the ability for someone to reopen the election, put more ballots into the tabulator, basically what we call ballot stuffing, and then retabulate, print out a new tabulator tape, but backdate that tape to November 3rd, and walk out the door with anyone knowing they were back in that tabulator. And we see that through some of the remnants that are left in the forensic audit or forensic images that we got.
So, Matt, here's a question though. If assume Dominion are not morons, why would they be so adamant, particularly in your case? Because they're sitting there going, "Hey, it's not hooked up to the internet. It doesn't cross county lines. It can't get to the Secretary of State of Michigan. This has all got to come about in the way we say it." Why would they have a machine? Why would they be that adamant and actually have a machine that you're now alleging you could actually, through some sort of engineering or just some sort of process change that somebody could do, could actually change an election after it happened? How can you have that wide a gap between the bid and the ask?
Well, what we find is that because these elected officials have no control over their own election. We found out on Friday that the Secretary of State, she responded to some of our discovery requests. She admitted that she has no control over the source code, which state law requires that she keep in escrow. And she also admitted that she has no idea how any of these machines work or operate or how they function. So you have a company like Dominion that's able to set up this system where it convinces these states to sign these onerous contracts, essentially turning over control of the state elections to Dominion. And then if you want to find anything out about the election, you want to audit the election, they send you to the election commission, where they actually have people put in place that are former employees of Dominion. And that's some of the problems they're running into out in Arizona, is the people who they say are certified to run the election are actually these former Dominion people.
Is this one of the issues, that there's just never been this detailed a drill down on these things, and so you're seeing these glaring? The best case you put on is incompetence. The worst case you put on is malfeasance. Is that because the spotlight's never been turned on? Really, when they say they do audits before, it's these process audits, and it's not really getting in down to the details that in Arizona you're getting into, and that you're getting into Antrim County. Is that why these things seem appear so egregious? Because nobody's really ever taken the time or had the authority to go in and actually look at it?
Yeah, well, first, they've never had the authority. We're the only case that ever got a forensic image. But yeah, no one's ever had an interest within our elected body. These legislators, they don't know what they're doing when they sign bills appropriating the monies to bring these machines in, because none of them understand these machines. They just bring in a company like Dominion or ES&S or Hart, and just put this into the system, make people vote on these systems, and they have no idea how they work. So this is the first time you see people actually getting into the source code, and that's what we're doing. We've got the forensic images so we can do a deep dive into understanding how these machines really work. And they never expected anything like this to happen. And I tell you right now, these people are shocked at what we're doing and what we're discovering.
Of course, they're saying the whole time you're a bunch of amateurs, you don't have qualified people, all that. But doesn't it raise now, over the weekend when I saw this today, aren't we at the level in Michigan that we have to do what the Patriots in Arizona have done? Aren't we at a point that we're going to say, hey, look, Matt Depreno and these guys, and you got to be a full timeout. What we need is a full forensic hand audit in Michigan with the canvassing, the machines, and the physical ballots, just like there is in Arizona. Is that the point, Matt Depreno, that you think you've taken this now to, that now the Republicans in the state legislature, to make sure that we get to the bottom of November 3rd, have to take that action now?
Absolutely. They have so much data now that we've put out over the last 2 months. The only thing that can be done right now is our state senators have to rise up show some courage, do what the people want, and conduct a statewide forensic audit of the November 3rd general election. That's what has to happen, and people need to call these senators and representatives in the state of Michigan and demand that they take action. There's just too much information now that's out there that's in their hands that they're just simply ignoring, and they're ignoring it because they think that the actual voters don't care enough to call them.
Matt Depreno, how do people get follow you on social media? How do they get access to you and follow this? And we're going to get the War Room Posse is going to get all over this because we think Georgia's the next. But hey, you know what? Maybe it's Michigan. But they're all we're going to get it. We're eventually going to get on the deck plates in a convention center on all these states. On that, I can promise you. Matt, what's your social media? How do people follow the brave Matt Depreno and the team up in Antrim County?
Yeah, at MDeperno, MDEPERNO. On Twitter, and my website, depernolaw.com. We're posting everything that we do, totally transparent so that everyone can see it. And don't forget, Steve, Pennsylvania's out there too.
We're going to all of them, brother. Trust me. Depreno, you're a hero. You're a true honey badger. No give up on you. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, guys, another state that had dumb onion machine operators that ran the election at their state, Michigan, just like they did in Arizona. It's starting to become a pattern. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's a pattern. I'm really hoping that they can actually get nodded in Michigan. Those senators, Republican senators, need to step up and grab some nuts and go ahead and get her done. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.